So, Mariah, just to catch up a little bit, you were in New York during most of the quarantine?
During the beginning, yeah.
What'd you do to occupy yourself? Did you come up with any new hobbies?
I was finishing up my memoir, and we had actually finished by the time COVID really was underway. But then I ended up moving upstate New York for a little while because we stayed in the city, and it was tough. It was great because we would clap for the first responders every night at 7:30 on the roof. And it just a lot happened over the summer. So we were there. We didn't leave, and then we moved upstate New York for a little while, and I finished my audiobook from my memoir, recorded that up there. So it was like 11 hours worth of work that had to be done. So it was great, and it was the most rewarding thing I've ever done. But it was also like, it's intense and it's a lot of work, but yay, now we have it. So
tell you, I read The Meaning of Mariah, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just absolutely loved it. And then I listened to it in your voice. And I think
really? Tell me the truth, Ellie. You promise?
I promise you. And this is what I'm saying. I think that people need to read it and listen to it because it's two different experiences. It really is. And and it's not a surprise. You're an incredible writer. And
#1 best-selling.
No, she's a #1 best-selling.
Amazing.
New York.
Congratulations.
I mean, it's really.
Thank you.
But I think that those two skill sets probably go hand in hand. Being able to write a song and being able to write a hit novel.
When I read your words in text, I hear your voice in my head. You know what I mean? Like I hear Mariah Carey. I try to read in the person's voice in my own head.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about this book, and I thank you for saying that, Kelly, because it really was a whole nother experience. And I know we could talk about this for a long time, but it was reading the words again in my voice aloud, and then singing when I felt like singing, and doing that. That was an incredible experience of reliving the stories that I'm already telling in the book. So when you're reading it aloud and you're like, wow, it's really the emotion. It was an emotional experience. So, and it's not all Christmas. I know we're in this Christmas grandeur, but there are some, because it's actually, someone was like, it's not a happy book. A person that I still talk to that I'm related to, he's like, yeah, it's a sad book. It's sad, but I love it, but it's hard. And I'm like, yeah, I try to not bring Christmas into a sad place. Like, there's a very happy ending with the snow globe of joy as the last chapter, and being on stage at Madison Square Garden when All I Want for Christmas Is You went to #1 last year, and just being with all the fans. And we can't do it this year, so it's hard, but having that the Apple special is going to be so great because everybody can kind of experience my Christmas with me, who used to come out to the shows or listen to the albums. So it's really an exciting moment. I mean, we're making it through. It's still COVID, but we're not.
No, but
we will not be unfested.
Listen.